Did you see that shit? MMA podcast. Hosted by mixed martial arts journalist Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21, and Chicago's number one underground comedian, Apollo Taj Mahal.
Thank you for listening. I am Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21.
And I am the number one underground comic, Apollo Taj Mahal.
If you like the interview, and we know you will, go ahead and give us a like and a follow on all the social media platforms, whether it is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's all the same, guys. Did You See That Shit podcast?
Yeah. You can also find us at didyousseethatshit.com.
And Stitcher, Google Play,
iTunes.
pretty much wherever you find your favorite podcast.
By the way, if you enjoyed this interview, go listen to the full podcast and everything we just told you.
.com. Right now I want to welcome Sidney the Gun Outlaw. He is a welterweight. He's a middleweight. Well, shit, man, he'll take a fight anywhere. He's 9-3, and he's on a 4-fight win streak, and he's got a big fight at Ep.13, March 11th. What is going on, my man?
I'm blessed, brother. Cannot complain. Just training, living the dream, trying to be the best.
That's all we
trying
can
to
do.
be better than I was yesterday, you know?
That's all we can do, man. You know, that's all we can do, one day at a time. You got a big fight coming up against Mateo Martinez, ECF20. It's about a week or so out from right now. What do you know of Martinez?
I'm nothing at all, to be honest.
Not a big film watcher?
It's not that. It's more like, I just have so many obstacles already. And I'm just, how do I say? I'm just focused on, like I'm saying, trying to be better than I was yesterday. So I'm not really... I'm focusing on bettering myself, and I hope he's focused on bettering, himself, because I'm trying to evolve. So if he focuses on the old Sidney, I'm trying to be a better fighter than I was, It's a better fighter. Every time I step on him, I'm trying to be different. Obviously, it's not the best, so I got to keep evolving. So if you want to focus on, the past, on the old Sidney and the old films, then let him.
I hear you, man. How has camp gone so far?
It's great, man. Just another day. We don't get in camps. I try to stay in camps, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like live in camps, you know?
If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly the motto.
Did you still spend time at Renzo Gracie in Pennsylvania?
Yes. Basically Renzo Gracie affiliates, like Ricardo, Renzo, Dante Rivera, and Driven. And
okay.
I have my strength and conditioning coach at Bulldog Strength and Conditioning. I'm really blessed. Renzo Gracie, PA. Going to New York. I'm blessed with a bunch of such a great team, so I try to take advantage of it,
Yeah, for sure, man. What are some of the guys you get to train with on a regular basis, man? Who are some of those guys?
I train with a lot of fighters, favorite fighters, basically. Like, I have a lot of great knowledge, some of the best grapplers. Man, the list goes on.
You competed on the Dana White Contender Series last summer. You fought a very tough Michael Cora. You were on a really hard show, right? Because there was a lot of good performances on your episode. I thought you probably did enough to win, because I know who Michael Cora is, so I knew how hard of a fight that was. If you had the opportunity to do that again this year, if they brought it back, would you try it again, the Contender Series?
I definitely would. And a lot of people don't know, like, it confused me, because me and my nutritionist, I always had a hard time cutting weight at 55. So me and my nutritionist got together, and we basically said, Sidney, and you want to make this a little bit easier and go at the pace you want to go at a fight, you got to lose some muscle. So with that knowledge, we depleted some of the muscle away. And now, we fought at 55, and they offered me a fight at 70. I didn't hesitate. And it was against this guy. Of course, I'm not going to hesitate against nobody. And before this show was even announced, we thought, like a week before, like, you fight, you know what I mean? Like, you fight, then you're in the UFC if you win. You dig him? So I'm like, all right, cool. But then we're like, no, we only picked one fighter out of everybody. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, I got it. I'm going to go out there and try to show my butt off anyway. I'm not trying to, mediocre win, But everybody's trying to do the same thing. And which is kind of like, I'm like, well, if this guy's trying to knock somebody out, and everybody love a knockout.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bigger. He got more of the advantage. And I'm like, I don't, in my head, I'm like, I don't care. I'm out here to win. I'm out here to, to do what I do best, is mess up stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I felt like it was just like an opposite match, like a freaking huge guy. A lot of people don't know, like, like a lot of people don't know. Like I woke up, like I was overweight. I went for a run and I made weight. It was just so easy for me to make weight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a joke. I never honestly was on weight that easy because it was such a big fight. I felt like a Frank Yeager, you know.
Yeah, right.
I'm always walking, you know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
a guy walk around his weight all the time. Like should be fighting at 35, but fights at like 70. And I think it's really interesting. I never actually had that, you know. And then I went in there and I did my thing, but the weight was definitely an issue because again, me and my nutritionist was focused more on stripping a lot of muscle so I can be 100% of 55. But you know, messed up. You know, it's all good. And now I'm sitting like on the a 3 to 4 week notice. You know, it was just a lot of and when you get an opportunity like that, it's like you can't say no. You can't even second guess it. But then they hit you like, oh, we only taking one fight. I'm like, no freaking way. That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. But it's not. But you're also like, if another fighter pull out, they're gonna call you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna call these guys, the winner. You know, so it's not like you're not. You're definitely in there, and you definitely will get a chance. You know, Sean Shelby, everybody will tell you you're definitely gonna get called. You just gotta wait and be patient.
Mm-hmm.
So it just basically sucks when it comes down to it. You know, it's just you want to go in there and fight, and you just never know what you're gonna get called, and you gotta be ready all the time. And everybody else want to be ready, and you want to be the fast. Long story short, but yeah, that's the answer to my question.
Guys like you, though, man, guys that will take fights pretty much at any weight class, guys that stay ready, guys like you definitely have the best chance at getting that call on a short notice for sure. I'm taking a look at your record, and I watched some of your fights, your older fights, and I know what I'm going to say, but I want to know what you think. What's the one loss that kind of eats at you the most that you wish you can just get another crack at him?
Ah, man, let me see. Oh, my gosh, two of the fights. One of them I didn't really, care too much. Like, I lost 3 times. All 3 of them was more like a lesson. Let me just first start off by saying Nick Brown. I tried to fight him, I think, 3 to 2 times, and didn't work out. Not disrespect him. He's a great fighter. You know, anybody that beat me, you got to be a great. It wasn't even a fight. It was more like a hit. It was, so stupid. I cut weight. It was cutting weight, obviously, and this is what my gets on me. You know, it was cutting weight real hard, and I'm thinking I'm Superman, like I ain't worried, and I got caught. That's what it was. It was in seconds. So he got a victory over me. I give him that. But one of them, honestly, and I'm a fan of is Gregor Gillespie.
Mm-hmm. My
God, dude, and man, that was a fight you can take and be like, I beat him because he won. I give it to him. He won. But I know if we fight again, it won't be the same. It won't. It will not be the same. It just won't. It won't. It will not be the same.
That's the one I was going to say, man.
The whole game, it just won't, I'm using, he out-wrestled me, strike me, points, and I'm like, I played it 2 more jiu-jitsu-y, striker-y, with him, he's such a great wrestler, and if I can go, that gave me such confidence. When I walk into the Rutgers wrestling room, or when I wrestle wrestlers, I'm like, dude, I handled the best. Gregor was one of the best wrestlers I ever went up against, and I still didn't feel like any danger. I felt one aspect of the sport where if he took me down, I'd just get back up, and which was kind of throughout the match, it was the more I get up, the more he takes me down, the more he looks better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to kind of really think. If he takes you down, kind of make him eat it, get it back up, but strike him real hard,
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, Gregor Gillespie, everybody's seeing what he's doing in the UFC now. He's still undefeated, and you fought him at Ring of Combat 55. That was a split decision loss. One of those judges thought you won that fight, man. And you are definitely you're the hardest guy he's ever fought. And that's saying something, bro. Yeah. So you're right there. You definitely are at the highest level of the sport. It's just a matter of time before you get your call, bro. I can't wait for it because I think you can make some noise in this division and in any division you want, really, because you're flexible like that.
Thank you, man. I train with the best, like Randy, man. I got just great people in my corner, like yourself. like so many. Like, God, I'm just blessed, man. Man, blessed is the best way I can describe everything, to be honest.
Well, I appreciate your time, man. Quick favor, if you would, kind of a tradition here. Could you say this is Sidney Outlaw, and you're listening to the Did You See That Shit podcast?
Hey, this is Sidney Outlaw, and we're listening to Did You See That Shit podcast.
I appreciate it so much, brother.
God bless you, big dog. I'll talk to you. Goodbye.